680's Richard Southern joins us now. Hello, Richard.
Francis, what's shaking?
Not much, but there is news of a breakthrough in the automotive component of NAFTA, and it also has hopes rising, maybe that there's a deal on its way. So this optimism also has the Canadian dollar on the move.
Sure did. You saw it off the top there. Big move for the loonie. And yes, it comes back to this report in the Globe and Mail today, Francis, that the U.S. has now dropped its demand that all cars made in Canada bound for the U.S. have 50% American-made parts. They've dropped that demand. This was a big sticking point in the NAFTA negotiations. Canada's ambassador to the U.S. now says the NAFTA negotiations are the most positive he's ever seen. End result, that Canadian dollar up a full cent today, 77.53 cents U.S. Takes about $1.28 Canadian to buy $1 U.S. dollar. So hope is, Francis, we may finally perhaps get a deal on the NAFTA front, and as I say, the Canadian dollar and indeed the TSX responding in kind today.
That's good news. So LinkedIn is out with a ranking of the companies it thinks Canadians most want to work for.
Yeah, it didn't ask them directly, but it used things like the job posts that were looked at the most often, how long people stayed at a particular company. Topping the list at TD Bank, followed by RBC, Hootsuite number 3, Amazon 4, KPMG, the consulting firm, came in at number 5, Suncor, Canada's biggest energy company, 6, followed by WSP. Shopify was number 8. That's a company out of Ottawa, definitely on the grow. Number 9, CIBC, followed by construction and engineering firm S&C Lavalin. Number 11, it's the yoga wear retailer Lululemon. This was followed by National Bank of Canada. And 13, our parent company, Rogers Communications, Accenture, and BMO, also on the list. That's where they say Canadians want to work, Francis.
Well, you know, banks don't surprise me because they have pretty good benefits.
Good place to be. Flexible working hours, too, they pointed out in many cases, so that's why people want to be there.
Nice. So Canada Goose is planning to make more of its jackets in-house as the company looks to keep pace in the luxury apparel world.
Yeah, you know, it's aiming, Francis, to make at least half of its outerwear in its factories, which are located here in Canada. That's up from about a third now. The point of doing this is by taking more control on its manufacturing, Canada Goose is better able to increase the quality and therefore justify the high prices. We know these jackets that they're making there go for big money, $900 more. The stock at Canada Goose almost doubled since it went public a year ago. Meantime, PETA, the People for Ethical Treatment of Animals, they are asking Drake, the musical artist, to end his partnership with Canada Goose. PETA calls Canada Goose a, quote, cruel company that uses painful steel traps to catch wild coyotes. So definitely a bit of a controversy when you talk about Canada Goose when it comes to their treatment of animals, perhaps.
Well, trying to attract new business is a tall order, but the CN Tower thinks a big reno will do the trick. So what does it look like?
I want to show it to you. These are the inside shots. Look at that.
That's very cool.
Isn't that neat? Floor to ceiling windows. This is in the observation deck. It's just been totally redone.
Oh, I thought that was your condo. No, you're talking about the CN Tower.
I got floor to ceiling windows as well, Francis. Beautiful views of, you know, industrial wastelands, you name it.
But the lake, look at that.
Look at that, that's nice.
Yeah.
This is just phase 1 of a renovation for the observation deck. The next phase, completed by June, will see new food and drink offerings. In the meantime, they're giving you free access to the Sky Pod. General admission ticket to the CN Tower goes for $38. When was the last time you were up?
I'm trying to think. I was, you know what? I had some relatives visiting from Korea about 2 years ago, and we took them all up there.
Usually when you go up. But, you know, they got a nice restaurant and bar up there. I think we should bring the business report up, and we could do the skywalk, where you walk out to the edge.
You know what, Richard? You deserve to go right to the top. So.
I'll send the elevator back down. Don't worry.
Thank you. Appreciate that. So scientists have just wrapped up a big investigation into the risk of getting sick on airplanes. I fly a lot. I was just on a couple airplanes. So where should I sit to avoid catching a cold?
Take the window seat.
I always do.
Yeah.
Yes.
People who love planes like you and I, we want to look out the window. I take the window seat when I'm with someone. If I'm not with someone, I kind of do want the aisle. But new study says to avoid getting sick, take the window seat. The thinking is that passengers, you come in contact with fewer sick passengers when you're at the window seat. You leave your seat less often, and there's less people walking by you because you're not in the aisle. This study did found that passengers within 2 seats or within a row of someone that was sick had an 80% chance of catching that. But that old, adage about the air getting recycled, they
Yeah.
didn't find that to be true. They said you have to be within a row of someone to have a really good chance of getting sick. And they also said, the surfaces, the armrests, they really hold the germs.
Yeah.
So bring your hand sanitizer with you when you fly and take that aisle seat.
I know people who actually bring their own little, the paper thing that's behind on the headrest.
Oh,
They bring
yes.
their own, like a little towel or whatever, so they don't have to put their head on the actual
Airplanes are
headrest.
dirty, and we don't even want to talk about the bathroom situation on a long flight. It's not nice.
Although on all the long hauls I did, the crews kept the bathrooms very clean, which was
That's
nice.
good. Yeah.
So never mind catching a cold. Will we catch a break at the gas station tonight?
Oh, sorry to break it to you. Afraid not. Gas is going up 2 cents a liter. $1.29.9 is what we'll be paying at midnight. Enpro International calling for another cent increase on Friday. So by the weekend, Francis, we could be paying more than $1.30. All this as the price of oil shot higher today, above $65. So gas going
And
up.
we're entering spring. It's going to be prime driving season soon.
Yeah, we're going to keep an eye on gas prices. We actually could see some records in the next month or two. We'll watch that for you.
Don't want to hear that.
I know. Sorry.
Thank you, Richard.